Welcome to the Crimson Tide Connection, your home for Crimson Tide sports, and I'm joined today by the head coach of the Alabama women's golf team, Mick Potter. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Coach, you had a pretty exciting weekend. You were pretty close here to home, playing in Birmingham for the SEC Championships. You won it by 14 strokes on basically kind of a home course, pretty close. What was it like for you to be able to do that there in Birmingham?
Well, it is the closest venue we get to Tuscaloosa, and it is the closest thing we have to a home event. So we were really excited about that from the beginning. And it was nice to come out on top,
Right.
Not only in Birmingham with a lot of Alabama people looking on, but it's an honor and a privilege to be the champion of the SEC, which we think is the top women's golf conference in the United States.
All right, Coach, and you did that by winning by 14 strokes. What was it like on that last day, kind of going into it, trying to keep that lead?
Well, it's the most difficult thing to do, I think, is to play from in front, because you'd like to stay aggressive, but down deep it's difficult to do so.
Right.
And we did, I thought, a fairly good job of it. And it's the kind of golf course that if you start on the front side, you're going to be challenged right away. And the first 9 holes really are very difficult, but if you make it through it on the backside, you have an opportunity to make a few birdies at least. So I thought our girls throughout the tournament did a great job of handling the front side, not getting frustrated, maintaining their emotional control,
Right.
and then taking advantage of the holes they could on the back. And I think that was the key to our success.
Coach, that's a kind of a difficult course there at Greystone. You kind of had some difficult conditions this weekend. Can you kind of talk about that and how that affected the team?
Well, it was cold and windy and still wet on the first day. The balls were picking up mud, and it played long.
Right.
So it was going to eliminate a part of the field at least, just because of length. And our girls are pretty good at getting a sense of those kind of things and knowing that, if they just stay in the ball game and don't make any big mistakes, that's going to be an advantage for them. So I always, personally, for our team, I like to see a more difficult golf course. I like to see, all of the facets of the game be tested, because I feel like all around we have a very strong team.
Right. Well, Coach, this past weekend, Stephanie Meadow became the first person to earn medalist honors in the SEC Championship. Can you talk about that and how exciting that is? And it's got to be a great honor for her.
Well, and I didn't even know that until yesterday, and I found out after the tournament was over. But I think you're going to see a lot of firsts out of Stephanie Meadow, and she's a great competitor, a fantastic technician of the game, and anytime your technique can hold up under pressure in golf, it's going to be a big advantage. So I expect many more wins out of her, and her to add to her already school record number of 6. But she's also very composed under pressure. I mean, she's been at the pinnacle of golf pressure last summer in the Curtis Cup, winning the final match there and winning the final match in the British Am. So she's used to it, and she knows how to stay in the present and play one shot at a time and do it well.
Well, Coach, just like last year, your team seems to be peaking at the right point. You've won 4 straight events, 5 in the spring, and now another first, a school record 6 this season. Can you talk about that, and how is it just keeping them focused during all that success?
Well, I think that the reason for that success is they're good at staying focused. They know that the only important shot in golf is the next one, and they, as a team, have embrace that philosophy, and they use it every time we go out there. So I don't anticipate any problems in terms of staying focused and staying ready for the regionals. The regionals is the most difficult tournament, obviously, of the year. So our preparation will be relax a little bit, take a couple days off, and then start addressing the issues that big thing we want to do is always keep getting better every day, get better. And we'll continue to do what we've done that got us here, and the girls will continue to play with the same philosophy.
Coach, as you talked about, your next event will be the regionals. Do you know when that will be and where you'll be?
Well, it's the first full week of May, which I'm not sure the date, 6th, 7th, and 8th or something like that in May. We're ranked 2nd right now in the ranking service golf stat that the NCAA uses. So I think that would, and this isn't official or anything, but I think that would make us the number 1 seed in the East, which would be at Auburn at that time. So, travel-wise, that's a
It's
a
an easy
nice
travel. Yeah.
nice thing for us, and we'll be finished with finals, so it'll be the relief of having schoolwork off
Yeah.
the plate. So we're looking forward to it, but again, we got to stay focused. We got to continue to improve the things we need to improve on.
Coach, coming off a national championship last season, the SEC championship this season, there are some exciting things going on with this Alabama program. Just kind of talk about it and where you see this heading.
Well, and I think obviously when you look at what we've been able to do, what our men's team has been able to do, I want to mention Mal Moore, because he loved golf and he gave us the tools that we have now to become more and more successful. So, taking advantage of our facilities and what's going on campus and in our athletic department has really helped recruiting for us. So we continue to have good players. In golf, you got to have good players. You're not going to come up with any miracles. So, recruiting's gone great. I anticipate it continuing to go that way. And we have the facilities in place to help those kids get better and better and compete at any level they want to in the future, and to do great things academically as well. So, our men's program, they're out there every day. They play together and practice together. So it is a golf program, and the girls and the guys kind of feed off each other.
Right. Well, Coach, as you said, the SEC is a tough tournament. I mean, it's a tough field. There's lots of great teams in the SEC, maybe some of the best in the country, you would say. And I may be a little biased, but it seems like we may have the best men and women's combination of golf teams in the country. But both of you were number 2 in the nation going into the weekend, both winning the SEC championship. So it's pretty exciting to be a part of this Alabama golf program.
Well, it is. And, last year, the men almost won the national championship, one hole away from it. So they were second, we were first, and if you add those rankings together, I don't think anybody really comes close to that. And then this year, both being ranked second at this point, in concert, it's hard to beat that.
Yeah, no, it is. Well, Coach, congratulations on winning the SEC championship this past weekend, and congratulations to Stephanie Meadow becoming the first athlete to ever earn medalist honors in the SEC Women's Golf Championship.
Thank you, Christopher.
For head coach Mick Potter, I'm Christopher England, and that's it for this edition of the Crimson Tide Connection.